Good evening. Hey, it's covered. You can go. Still walking around, moving around here, getting things settled down. You know, that's how it goes. When you got a house full of people and you're stuck in the gaming room. The beginning of August will be a little bit different. Let's go. I think that's one of the only few things that I do miss from LCU is starting out with like a song. I might have to find a way, like make an intro for the show where we can like play that instead of just like, me being like, hey, we're just waiting a few minutes for everybody to gather with their notification. All right. Oh. No, you tell her, Pepper, play with me. Play with me. My poor puppy. He has his favorite kitty cat.
Roughly a year ago.
Let's listen to this.
For a little moment, and you left on good terms. You're one of the few people that left the LCU on good terms. Yeah. Yesterday, you put your heart and soul and body on the line for our entertainment. So I'm going to forgive those months that you've been gone and congratulate you with your 1 year of service in the LCU. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Tech Protect, you started roughly a year ago, and then you left for a little moment, and you left on good terms. You're one of the few people
that is on Tech's. I just got a notification. It is on Tech's YouTube channel, which he did sign a contract, so he does have to wait a period of days to be able to stream. But like so many people, I am going to add his link to the chat in a little bit so we can all sub. He already has a stream ready for in 53 days when his countdown is done. I think it's pretty fun. So, if you really like Tech, give him a sub, support him. You never know. Maybe you like non-LCU Tech a lot more than you liked inside LCU Tech. Oh, Jethro, tomorrow is your debut and your first day. You're nervous. You're going to do friggin' great. I know you are. And we all like to support each other. We'll be there. But it's the same thing as, like I'm saying about Tech too. So let me really quick. I'm going to grab his link. So if any of you decide that, y'all want to give a little love and a sub over to Tech Protect's channel so that in 53 days he can have you there and enjoy having your patronage, then, who knows? Like I said, if you're a Tech Protect fan, now you know where his personal channel is. If you aren't a Tech Protect fan, well, who knows? Maybe Tech Protect outside of the LCU is a person you like a lot more. You never know. So, give him a sub, support him. We all try to support each other in this ecosystem of ex-LCUers and whatnot. So, now I'm also going to talk about Twitter, okay? I told y'all the other day that I joined the Twitter, and I don't know, like, what I'm supposed to do with this. Like, look, y'all are gonna laugh at me. Like, it even says I haven't posted. I've posted to things. Like, I don't know how. One second. It's telling me to log in. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's me. Let me do that before I share the screen. I would hate for y'all to know any information about me other than so much of the information that I have shared online already. But we can talk about this gosh darn freaking Twitter thing. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying out this Brave situation. It doesn't want to let me log in. Look at this. Vulture. Ahmed, I'm a vulture. No, I'm a cat lady. I'm a cat lady. Let's see. See if you can see it. I guess I'm gonna have to do it on a different browser. Apparently, it doesn't like Brave. Like, look at that. It really doesn't like Brave. It won't let me. It won't let me in. It's so unfair. I don't know how many of you are Savage fans that are already here, but I'm going to talk a little bit about Savage today. It's nothing negative. It's absolutely nothing negative. In fact, I think most of it she didn't even know had anything to do with her. She's going to, if she pays attention or hears this, she's going to be surprised. Very much so. 1 second. Let me go ahead and... I'm a Savage fan. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a Savage fan. She's very good. Let's see. Talking about this LCU Savage rudeness today. Because I think that what's been going on is pretty ridiculous. Like, let's go ahead and pull up. Whoa. Okay, I promise you, I'm trying the Brave. Y'all said to try the Brave, right? Oh, 1 second. Is that Conqueso? Why is my thing, like, cutting it off? Meow. 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 I'm surprised you didn't ask for a fart. Usually Conqueso asks for a fart, which is appropriate for a cheese, right? I mean... So, like... Vocal pit. I'm sure y'all saw, let's see, we had Vocal pit and we had YouTube Savage Live Media. Because it really started on Friday on Savage's channel, right? Savage did her woof. I don't know that you could, I guess I can't, let me see. I don't know if she made it. Well, she might have made it members only. I don't really know how that works. How the one she makes members only or not. Hi, Auntie Bunny. But you know, I'm gonna go ahead and just share this. She has some really cool aesthetic here too. I think is really rad. Is it true I'm on hard drugs? You know, actually, I mean, I do take amphetamines. I mean, they're prescribed by a doctor, but I guess people could consider that hard drugs. I don't know. I won't lie to you though. That's definitely one of the things I'm prescribed as a narcolept. So I guess they don't really have Friday up. Let's see. Oh. I'm like literally clicking on the wrong window. That's too funny. Yeah, I'm going to tell the story, and part of it is how Yo Mama got...
Today we are bad bitches.
Let's see. How Yo Mama got... suspended. Let's see. I'm looking for... We were watching it on stream. Let's see. We watched a little bit of Pit on stream. They went there. Yeah, I think this is the day before that. Okay, so none of that really is helpful. Darn it. I guess when she does Fwoof, she members it, and I'm not going to, like, take any of her members-only content and show it, because that would be really rude, right? Obviously, if she puts it behind membership, then whatever. No, so he got... And it's actually going to be the same thing for Pitt. Damn it. So there's a time on Friday. Okay, let's start over because I'm not telling the story very cohesively because I'm going back and forth with... I'm trying... The only new tech... Well, the only tech that I haven't practiced tonight, because tonight's like the final YouTube dress rehearsal kind of thing until I do Kick and Kick Duel tomorrow for this show. Is this Brave browser, right? So we can avoid all the ads. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's not like the Googles. It's not. It's not like the Googles. And if anybody tells you it is, they're wrong. Hi, Riri. Start from the beginning because I just got here. That's okay. I've literally just like talked in a circle and not even like a big circle. It's like I literally could have put my nose on a pencil and just gone in a circle. So Friday night, Savage, at the same time as Pitt, was having her FWOOF, what she calls Fuck It Up Friday streams. I guess she members only those after it becomes a VOD. So I'm not going to be able to show it to you because it'd be a really crappy move for me to show you somebody's member only content, right? You have to pay for a membership, and that would be terrible of me. I respect anybody who puts their content behind a membership, just like I would hope anybody would respect me who makes that decision. So, on her show, she heard that Keem was talking about her on Pitt with Yo Mama. You need another meow? Here we go. Meow. Meow. I talk to my cats. I'm obviously a cat lady. God. Like, hi, Pirate. Okay, so on Pitt, and let's see if we can actually watch this part. Okay, they were Keem was up there. Let's see. Oh, no, that's the Kalila lady. It must have been earlier. Okay. So, let's see. Keem comes up there. And yeah, I know I had it open to the timestamp and then I closed that entire group of windows when I was trying to clean up all the windows. Let's just say I should not be my manager. I need a handler. Okay. And of course, I can't find the part. Maybe it was during the members only that he started talking to her. Or Keem started talking to him. Well, anyways, so Keem started talking to Yo Mama about Savage and saying that Savage, yes, he was super drunk. Both Savage and Yo Mama were drunk to the trunk, okay? Like, bam. I don't even know how much alcohol it takes to get that drunk because it only took me one alcohol to get that drunk. And I thought I was going to get arrested when the police were talking to Iceman in Australia about drinking in public. So, yeah, she doesn't always, but I can't find it. So I think that she did private it or she either took it down. It was a fiery one. I'm not going to lie to you. Last Friday, Savage was on one. That woman was setting fires and she was pouring some dang gasoline. Yeah, and at the same time, Pitt was going, and Yo Mama was drinking, and yeah, at one point in time, come queso, he goes, I love you, drink. It was pretty good. It was good. It was a very good stream. And at some point in time, Keem jumps up, and he's talking to Yo Mama on Pitt, and he's talking about how he believes, with no receipts, he doesn't bring any receipts whatsoever. Hi, Bettina. That Savage is trying to get people's personal information. And obviously, when people are trying to get personal information, it gives a sense that not only is that intrusive and wrong on its own, but generally people don't gather other people's information in these kind of ecosystems without meaning harm to another, right? So basically, he's like implying that Savage is trying to perform harm within this ecosystem of creators and at the same time making a claim that she's trying to get people's information. Zero evidence brought forward, okay? Let alone confronting Savage with any evidence or testing evidence. Something that I constantly say I cannot believe and I think is wrong, and I think that people should stop doing that within the LCU. One of my constant complaints, right? And it's never going to change. I'm going to always believe that if you have something to say about somebody inside the LCU, outside the LCU, you should say it to their face, and you should be willing to show your evidence and have your evidence tested for credibility, right? Oh no, assassin, no! Pirate's not a whore. No. Well, I don't know. Maybe he is. Pirate, are you? Are you a whore? I mean, I did see you say that you were dropping, fupa, and that was kind of like a hot potato, right? Like a hot potato. Riri, you mean like the weirdos in the LCU that were stalking my TikTok and my Facebook when I went head to head with Queen Tina, the trailer Queen Tina? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like them weirdos. So, Fupa's a bad cow. She is. She's got rotten milk. Right? That's why it's Fupa cheese. Blech. But who knows? Maybe somebody likes that kind of cheese. I don't know. So we at that time were watching Savage's Foof. I was watching both. And of course, those of us who are watching both or watching Pitt are in her comments and in her Discord, and we're like, hey, Keem's up there talking about you, okay? And like at the same time, Yo Mama's so drunk. He didn't stand up for her. I'm going to be really frank. I really think that he should have stood up for her, but instead of standing up for her, his friend, right? Like his very public friend, he's like, hey man, Joe's awesome. Joe is her husband. Oh man, Joe is so good. Joe is so cool. Man, come on, Savage. Let Joe and Keem and I, let us go to Vegas. Let us have a good time. Give us Joe. Okay? So after her foof ended, and at that time when Pitt ended, he went from a public stream to a members only stream. He allowed Savage to come up. Now, I can't show you that either because, gosh darn it, I can't show you members only content, okay? I can't. There is so much drama that's gone over this weekend. Like, no lie, there's so much. So I'm trying to do it story by story instead of going through like show by show. Because going story by story makes a lot more sense than talking about shows like this. Gossip, I only got 45 minutes, an hour nap. Okay, so bite me. Bite me. It's not my fault. It's your fault. You kept me up. For those of you who weren't there last night, we went ahead because I slept all day Saturday for 24 hours. Hello, try me, bitch. We moved our Saturday night, bring your own songs, bring your own music. By the way, that happens every Saturday night. It's going to happen every Saturday night. It's part of the CatLady Show. It's going to be our Saturday night, like always, forever, all the time. And it's bring your AI song, bring your guitar. Do you play any kind of instrument? Do you sing? Whatever you do. Karaoke, we don't care. Bring your own song, bring your own music, and we just like do a little shit talking, talk a little bit about stories. Last night we were a little incensed, and by we I mean me, and so I was going off a little on some stuff. But long story short, then we did the music and we had a really good time, dude. It's a really fun freaking time. We got diss tracks, we got fun tracks. Serena by Beta, for those of you who were there last night, not only sent me for Saturday diss track on You Gossip because you asked for it, but she also sent one for me. And I am treating it like a gender reveal. I'm not going to listen to it until Saturday when I listen to it with everybody. And she promised me it would be just as scathing as everybody else gets. So let's see. So anyways, back to the story that I was telling. Pitt goes to members only. And Savage, having heard that not only was Keem talking shit about her and making accusations, but Mr. Yo Mama, her public friend, was not standing up for her and asking if they could take Joe, went up on Pitt. Because we recently have had open borders declared on the LCU Discord, okay? And this is going to be really important for another story coming up. Keem recently, the end of last week, decided to open up the LCU Discord and un-Voldemort every single Discord out there, so that instead of only being able to pick the LCU Discord or nobody else, you could have the opportunity to come back to the LCU Discord with another cash cow payment and enjoy all of the Discords as an adult that you desire. Quite wonderful. So she, at that time, is able to go and hop on to Pitt during its member only stream. Well, and when I say hop on, she went to members waiting, and Yo Mama pulled her up. Both of them are very drunk. She wasn't on there for very long. She had a little shit to talk, and Keem was not happy about it. So Yo Mama got punished. I mean, not too surprising, right? Well, he was back tonight. Okay, he was back tonight. And he had some things to say, but he also had like some really crazy music. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was some very crazy music. And he played it the whole time. Now, that's not what's important here. Obviously, it's just a very specific detail that I think we're gonna find out. Oh yeah. As Aston, she jumped into members waiting and he pulled her up. No. We had all been talking in the Discord and in her chat about how Keem was shit-talking her and saying that, you know, she was trying to get people's personal information and whatnot, and how Yo Mama was letting that shit just fly and begging to have Joe. Okay? So she went up there. Auntie Bunny, I can't help but think my message to him telling him off might have worked just a tad. Oh, girl, it has been a spicy week. A spicy weekend. Let me tell you, if you don't like spice, I'm not a spice guy, you know? I'm a little transparent. I'm a mayo sapien. I got my creamy drink right here to help cool the heat because it has been a spicy weekend, okay? It's spicy. It's spicy. So, Keem did a whole suspension and oh, you're in trouble and whatnot. Well, this, and like I said, that he played some music the whole fucking stream that was kind of like, what the hell are you doing, man? My brain hurts. Here we go. Let me scoot a little bit more back over. Let me just scoot a little bit more back over. Here we go right now. Y'all ready for it?
Listen to the fat man cry. He said that he was cured, but it was all just smoke and lies.
Obviously, he did diss track on Gigantic Turbo. We know we like this song. It is a bop. It always is.
Justified being a closet Jew was King's wedding day. Who's Turbo gonna hurt? Living out his racist dreams, wearing his nigga shirt.
Don't you be saying it. I see you at home. Don't sing with that. I see you. Okay, let me just pause that. I know it is a bop, man. It is a good song. Like, there's no lie. That is a good song. Okay. Oh, excuse me, gossip. Okay, you and Riri are allowed to sing it. Okay. All right. We got you. You're privileged. Today is the day you got one over on my people, and that's okay. You can have it. Have it all, okay? Because I'm telling you, I'm not part of that crap. You're allowed to have all of that. Go ahead. It was a wonderful song about Turbo and some of Turbo's friggin' problems and the reasons why Turbo should probably never be back on the internet. Okay. You know, Turbo's probably at home singing the words with it, but that's not where it ended. So, of course, he has to address everything that's gone on. He's got to address old Turbolito coming back into the LCU, which he's very fantastically happy about. But he also, I'm going to go back to where we were, but I just need to give you a little taste of this background music he played the entire stream.
And then hop on a panel.
Don't listen to his words.
That's my
Just
challenge.
listen to the...
Red, thank you for the $2. Your mama, you got the background music playing. Beautiful. I need some background music. I got that shit playing. Absolutely.
It sounded like you were about to play a Resident Evil, okay? And it just like, it's like when you used to have like a little disc system, like, you know, like your PlayStation with the little disc system that came up and you stuck it in there and like the thing got like a scratch in it and it was stuck and it kept going and just back and back and back and back and back. And like, I'm telling you, bro, I was like, okay, you know, can I just, this is scratching the back of my eyeball. I mean, if I didn't have certain people I knew were going to be in that chat and I had not had the pleasure in like a whole week of triggering and freaking, you know, just, what happened to my link? What are you talking about? Is that not my link? Did I mess it up? No, that's my link. It's right. It's right. It's there. Is it not pinned? I'm trying. I was trying to do a perfect tech night tonight. Did I do it wrong? No. Please don't tell me I did it wrong. I was so excited I was going to get all the YouTube tech perfect tonight. My co-host tech problems took the night off. Oh, it's working. Okay, now Cartel, don't you be bopping on me no more because I can't be handling no mess, okay? I got lots of stress. I don't know if you know this, guys. I got a new job. Today, okay? I'm going to be an assistant to the assistant, Tommy C, an assistant to the assistant of the customer service agent for the locale Discord. I know you're wondering what the hell is that? And I'm going to tell you later. Like, trust me, I'm going to tell you later. But first, we have got to finish this story. This story has to finish. And, again, if you wanted your brain to hurt.
That shit sounds so smooth. I ain't gonna hold you. Anyway, nobody went with Turbo, cause he wanted, to restart the NWA. That's a good one.
Okay, see, I can't do no more of that. So, let me tell you, he starts going off about how he's done all these things. What is that song? I don't know what it is. Man, but I know that it sounds like I got a scratch on a disc of my Resident Evil game in like 1998 or some shit, and it just keeps tripping. And oh my God, my head's ringing already. Dude, you're going to go to bed, you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to start having a few moments of peace. And then in the back of your head, all of a sudden, the background music to your sleeping life is going to be like, I mean, like, that's what's going to happen. It's true. So, you know, he gets to going, and, you know, I like it when he gets to going. We all like it when he gets to going. But the problem is he comes over here and he starts taking like tons of credit for every fucking thing. He starts forgetting, as much as he's a solo streamer, hasn't and isn't everybody and everything and doesn't do it all alone. And he forgets that. And that's one of the things that I always get frustrated with Yo Mama. It's something he's similar to Iceman with. Is he has like a fucking ego where it's like there's no room for anybody else to get an ounce of credit. Okay? We gotta pretend like I'm the biggest, the baddest, and the only person. There's nobody helping stand me up and never has been, never was. And for me, that's problematic. You guys know how important I think it is to recognize people that help you stand up. And so it's obviously probably just a personal problem, okay? But it's a personal problem that I am still going to talk about because, like, how are you going to come out here? He came out here, he's talking about, he starts talking about all the things that he did, and then he comes out here and he's like talking about how he's the one who, all by himself, let me get big for this, took out Steak and Nightmare. Now, look, I might have a legacy of falling asleep and all kinds of fucking things. But I'll tell you right now, that's my fucking legacy. Okay? You had been shitting on them the same shit, fighting the same goddamn fight with them for months before Fat Camp even happened. In fact, the same fight y'all were having the whole having time. The whole freaking time on rewind and repeat and rewind and repeat was part of the reason you didn't get to go to Fat Camp. Sir, I'm the one who pushed them motherfuckers to walk to the ledge and then I kicked them off of it. I don't know how you're going to take a win away from somebody else and try to own it all to yourself. Now, I know that you put them in that car and you drove them to that place. And you might have even got them out of the car. But I'm the one who walked them to the cliff and kicked them right off. Just like you didn't make your thumbnail. Just like that song that you didn't sing at the beginning. Do we need to listen to it some more? Okay, let's go back to listen to it some more. Because I like that song. I like that song. I can't sing with it, but I like that song. Okay? This one, you hear it? You hear this song? This man tells you he doesn't know how to operate AI. He doesn't touch AI. But we know that song was AI. Now, I got no problem with AI music. I get it that some people do, but I think giving the people who have that in their heart to create but don't have the ability for whatever reason to operate instruments, to produce music, to buy all of the shenanery that you need and all the accoutrement to be able to make produced music, I think that it's beautiful that people have the opportunity to do things, or especially artistic things, where in the modern world, the reason we have so much free time is because we're supposed to spend it in the reverie of philosophical and sociological thought, in the arts and the enjoyment and the pleasures of life, which is making music is just one of those expressions, right? So let me tell you, you didn't write that fucking song on the AI. Maybe you wrote the lyrics. I don't know. But I know you don't operate AI. Let's go to that thumbnail. Do we need to go back to them thumbnails here? Let's go back. Let's go back. You see these thumbnails? Hey, let me make it big. Let me make it big. You see this thumbnail? Do you think he made that AI thumbnail? Did he make this AI thumbnail? No, he don't operate AI. He'll tell you that all fucking day long. Now look, yo mama, you got a lot of great things. You got a lot of laurels to celebrate, right? We could throw flowers all day long on how you're able to take drama and in so many variety of ways present it to us in a fucking way where we're at the buffet. We're popping our pants open. We're fucking full. We're talking about stories and the good times and we're laughing and having the best damn group dinner you could have on a feast of dramalicious. Hell, man, you can't be out here just giving no fucking flowers. Nobody's 100% on their own in this gig. I mean, okay, I'm wrong. There are, I'm sure, people who are out there 100% on their own in this gig, but we know that he isn't. You know that you isn't. So tell me right now, what is so wrong with being able to give the inches to people that they shared with you? are you out here taking other people's fucking wins too? Look, how many wins did I get to have in the LCU? Not many, because I was that guy who was willing to not be one of the big stars, one of the big shiny guys. I was willing to do that because somebody has to do this position. Somebody has to be the pillar. Somebody has to be the structure, right? And I was willing to fucking do that. But when I've got fucking things that were my legacy, hell no, you ain't taking my fucking legacy. I walked those motherfuckers to the cliff and I kicked them off. So, anyways. But he's back. His suspension's over. That's the longest way I could have possibly told you the story of him getting suspended and unsuspended. But, you know, I got to put flair on it, right? You know, I got to give it a little bit of flair. It's CatLady flair. Ric Flair, stand aside. I have to give it a little bit of CatLady flair. Auntie Bunny, hasn't YM been using AI for ages with his backgrounds? Man, exactly. Those borders, those backgrounds, his characters. Do you remember some beautiful puppets? He didn't draw them. Somebody else created them. They most likely used AI, but either way, he wasn't the guy who made them. And that's what I'm saying. You got to be able to give credit to the people who help you create your masterpiece. You didn't make that fucking paintbrush. Somebody probably in some foreign country's kid did. But, you know, that's a different story. I'm talking about this right here. You know, I'm just talking about this right here, okay? It's an allegory or an analogy, whatever. I can't remember at the time which one it is. But, you know, you got me. You know what I mean, right? So that is one of the stories this weekend that I think really deserve to be looked at. See, I've got like a whole thing right here. And some of you who maybe came a little bit later and might have missed my spiel, but somewhere if you scroll way up, there is a link, okay? And it is not my tip link, but feel free to visit that too, because according to Keem, I need the shekels, okay? I need the shekels. Also, if you're autistic, apparently I abuse the autistics. So, you know, I'm supposed to take your money. And it's not my rules. Keem makes the rules. Tina makes the rules. The LCU makes the rules. We all just live around them. We gotta comply, right? But you're gonna find, let's see, a YouTube link, and I'm going to go ahead and share it one more time. And you're going to tell me, why the hell are you sharing a link that's got Tech's name in it? Well, guys, Tech is no longer part of the LCU for like real. Okay, for real. And he has the unfortunate truth. I got to stop abusing you. It's my job, Auntie Bunny. I was told. I can't help it. It's my job. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Hashtag. Is that backwards? Blame it on my ADHD. But Tech is actually, and for really reals, out of the LCU and determined to not go back. So if you hear, like, they keep bringing up rumors about people coming back, Scooter, Gidgey, plethora of people, Savage, Buff, whatever, he's not going back. He's determined to do it. And you might not have liked LCU Tech. You might have. If you did, please subscribe to him. If you didn't, maybe you might like Tech outside of the LCU, but definitely give him a try. You know, in this Wild West world where it's so hard outside of the LCU for us small people, it's important for us to share and network with each other. Auntie Bunny, any ideas about his August 1 big plans? Okay, I will definitely talk about my conspiracy theory on that. I don't have a whole lot of definites, but I definitely have a conspiracy theory. And I think all the stories over the weekend that I'm talking about, he gave me the one channel that I just shared, the YouTube channel. I'm sure if he does have other channels or whatever and he wants to share them out, he will. But he gave me that channel today when we were talking. And so, like I said, I know that it's important for all of us to work and help and share and support each other outside of the LCU. So as far as weekend stories go, uh that's definitely, let me get I'm an old person. So I have to have like somewhere around here, like a paper and pencil. And somehow I've lost my pen, which is like, so me. But anyways, that's one of the stories that I definitely wanted to go over, was the whole suspension, unsuspension, but also the story about how misinformation about Savage and misinformation being disseminated from the LCU about people who aren't part of the LCU is very common. I'm going to always point at it. I'm always going to gawk at it, and I'm going to ask you to gawk at it with me, right? But it's wrong, man. I bet you did take my pen. Gossip, that sounds exactly like you. I've been fighting with you for days. I'm pretty sure you did take my pen. It's all your fault. Well, anyways, I think it's important to notice those things happening. And like Ahmed knows, because one of the things I talked about this week. Thank you so much, honey. And it's a nice one. Ooh, fancy. Is the misinformation that gets spread and nobody cares, right? Nobody notices, nobody cares, because it's not criminal, right? It's not sue-worthy. It's not criminal. It's this and that. But you know what? It really reflects on an organization to just spread out misinformation on individual human beings that can affect them in the real world. And you've got Turbo having a hissy fit because, he was brought up in Tommy's commentary about him, and he was compared to the tactics of a specific group, and that type of group and their particular modus offended him when he wasn't being said to be something like that or in that group or anything like that. Tommy was just saying that the tactics and the words that he used were like this situation with this group of people. And see, Tommy got punished, right? Like this whole situation, Tommy got punished because of it. The misinformation and how it could affect Turbo in his real life somehow. Then a niche community commenter in some way had his name in a paragraph next to this group. But things like saying another creator who's outside the LCU, Savage, is trying to find people's personal information and implying that she could be doing harm is somehow okay. And it goes unchecked over and over and over again. Saying that a chatter is a Grimm's Gallery alt. Grimm's Gallery being a chatter that has a very specific background. Even though there's no evidence. Even though it's just rumor. And then it gets outside, it gets repeated. It gets outside of the LCU. And then it's reflecting on this person because people are sharing that information and gossiping. But nobody cares, right? It's the same thing over and over and over again. And nobody cares, especially not anybody in the LCU. Because you can have all the complaints in the world that you're very verbal about, that you vocalize a lot. You could say it while you're in the LCU. You could say it while you're outside of the LCU. You can yell it, right? But they don't care there. However, and this is the next story, and it's one I was really angry about because it was starting to happen yesterday. It became very real for us, okay? Is a story very close to that. So we talked about the new open borders, right? Recently, last week, Keem decided to take away the whole, if you're in a band Discord, you can't come into the LCU. If you're in a Discord of somebody who used to be part of the LCU or anything like that, you can't come to the LCU, blah, 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 right? He decided to open the borders and say, okay, we're striking down that rule. Well, yesterday morning, he decided to take a person inside the LCU and hire them as a customer service person. What does a Discord and YouTube channels for entertainment with mods, community managers, and a person who has all of the duties for the merch store need a community service professional for? Anything? Because they're not listening to the complaints that are being said inside the LCU. They're not listening to the complaints that are said outside the LCU very vocally. Well, apparently, if you are some people who have a habit of donating, a customer service agent for the LCU is a person who will find a way to communicate with you, whether it be that specific person or maybe a host with that imaginary bullshit thing that they call clout or legacy. And they start messaging you to find out why you're not in the Discord or donating to the LCU anymore. That's right. You could literally stop donating and possibly get a DM from somebody asking you, stranger, why aren't you giving your money to the LCU anymore? I don't know if a lot of you watch Scooter's show. Some people do, some people don't. But last night, after having several people complain about it, Keem himself decided to come into the chat of Scooter's YouTube. One second. This Brave just really is harder to search, and I guess it doesn't have like my history, right? So I am in the chat with Scooter, and he's got, you know, the usual group for when he does his impromptu, hey, let's just hang out for a few hours and chit chat kind of streams. Come on, little baby. Come on, little baby. Come on. Auntie Bunny, some ex-glass holes have been hit up to come back. He must be feeling broke. Yeah. But I read something on Reddit. Now I'll get to that because it's pretty fucking humorous, okay? I was sent a whole thing on Reddit that's about this topic, and it's really funny. So let me.
Like, there are parts that
Sorry.
I really miss a lot.
I'm gonna mute you really quick. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy up. I'm in Scooter's chat. Before that. So months ago, after Gidgy left, and a little bit before that, I would go into Scooter's chat, you know, watching the show. And most of you know I am an avid chatter. If I'm watching a show and like I'm able to chat on my phone with you because I don't have other stuff I'm doing, or if I need to procrastinate something or I'm really stressed out, I love to chat. I love it. It's like a wonderful opportunity to have camaraderie. A lot of times we chit chat and make lots of jokes, and it's a great way to relieve yourself of like pressure and stress, or, you know, whatever. Sometimes it's just because shows were really small in the LCU and they needed that chat rate to move for the algorithm, so I'll act a little crazy. It's fun. Or maybe it's Pit, and I just know that there's certain people I'll find there that I miss trolling and triggering. Whatever, be that as it may. So I'm joking around with people that I talk to on a regular basis. But this time I'm on my own account because months ago I got told by Keem that people noticed me in Scooter's chat, so I had to start using an alt. Well, I don't have to use an alt anymore because I'm no longer under anybody's constraints. I have no fathers that weren't my daddies anymore. So I'm just watching Scooter. Hey, Desert says, imagine watching Scooter. Why not? He is my friend and ex-co-host's son. Why wouldn't I support him? I support a lot of people. And he comes to tell me in my DMs, man, stop, you're looking desperate. Then he comes into the chat to tell me that I'm looking desperate. Because I'm laughing and joking around with people I have laughed and joked around with for months in a chat. Okay. Well, it got to the point where he harassed Scooter a little bit before then about how, they were going back and forth on this customer service issue because Scooter had people that were being dinged to why don't you come back to the LCU and spend your money here? And so Nail Slammer, I think a really well-known donator for anybody who's been in the LCU ecosystem inside and out, drops a hundo to convince him to leave. Stick Storage, you didn't have to retract that. There's nothing to retract about it. It's true. Then, he leaves and he goes onto a show and he's drunk, right? And then he comes back and decides to tell me about how I'm embarrassing myself because apparently I could only be in a chat if I'm trying to get money from the people who are chatting. That must be what I'm doing there. I couldn't possibly just be laughing and joking with chatters I laugh and joke with all the time. Oh, no. He's already decided that somehow, some way, since he lied about me last week, right? That I all of a sudden became extremely obsessed with what he called shekels, right? Money. Oh, gotcha, Stick. I would hate for anybody on the internet to see that you misspelled something. I understand. So then, Scoot says, well, why don't you just call in? Let's see. Let me scrub through. Again, I closed my window. Okay.
To be honest, it's been a pretty shitty day, but you know what? We're here. How's everything going? I know.
Where is the part where we're talking to Keeb?
From both sides of my family, lately I've been wiping them out one by one.
Oh, Jesus. This is going to aggravate me. I'm so mad that I closed that entire freaking thing. Oh, I was going to have a perfect tech night, guys. It was going to happen. I was going to have it. But apparently not. So anyways, long story short, he's there to tell us that we're actually the ones who are money hungry and that it only makes, of course, common fucking sense, right? To have somebody there who calls people who quit donating and who quit being in the Discord and ask them why. How would you feel if that happened to you? Just how would you feel, right? Like, let me do this. Maybe this will work tonight. Damn it! I really thought I had all of the tech stuff going. I'm so irritated. I cannot believe I closed that damn thing. Final dress rehearsal. Yeah, Auntie Bunny, he is. But hi, Wombat. So just imagine this. You're an LCU donator. I had to put a little shush on it, okay? A little bit. Us. You might not know, that it's true, but you drop a dime. You belong to. You are an LCU donator. So don't you mess with us, 'cause if you stop donating, don't you worry, we'll catch you. Ring ring. Hello? Who is this? Hi, I am CatLady, and I'm here as your locale customer service agent. What? Your customer service agent from the locale universe. We've noticed that you haven't donated in the last week. Yeah, so? Well, we were just wondering if you could tell us what exactly is the problem. I don't really. Come on out with it. You don't have to worry. We don't bite. I don't, I just really, well, I don't like what's happening on Queens right now. Honestly, okay, no, I understand. What if we did maybe an episode exactly how you wanted it with just the punishments you desire? Would that make you come back? Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, God, I've been busy during that time anyways. I mean, it's just look, okay. You owe us a donation. We also noticed that you quit joining the Discord. Well, I mean, it's kind of toxic, so I just, I don't have time for a Discord all the time right now. I've been really busy with overtime. Miss Berries, is it? Look, we'll see you tomorrow on an episode of Queens dedicated to you. And we'll be happy to take your donation. Thank you. Goodbye. You're an LCU donator. Mm-hmm. Auntie Bunny, yes, ma'am. They also last week dropped their new idea for double diamonds. Now you get a diamond tag if you spend enough money in the LCU. Or if you're like some people, you might even make double diamond. I'm gonna be honest, guys, like I didn't know I was gonna become a detractor. That's what I'm sounding like. You know what? That was not my plan. I love the LCU. I have watched some episodes that are classic episodes. I can't even tell you how many times. I mean, I have one that I know that I love to watch. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, it's not there. Let me see. Where's my little I can't remember which one of these is it. I can't remember which one of it is. Convicted Dex. CatLady, I hope you get clean for your kids. I took a shower right before this. Okay. I literally did not expect this to happen. I had that moment where, I've said it already with you guys that I woke up to that message from Keem that like, hey, what do you think about Felony Melanie? And I'm like, well, I thought that she just joined so she could be a co-host with Kalo till the end of the month so he didn't have to work with a stranger. And then he goes, Felony Melanie, how do you feel about 3 a.m.? And then just said best of luck. And I realized that I have zero control. I don't get to choose how many shows I do. I don't get to choose how much time I do. I don't get to choose anything at all. I'm a 43-year-old woman, and I can't even go on the Discords I want to go on. I can't even talk to the people I want to talk to without being on an alt. And at that time, I was thinking I passionately love the LCU. I can do what I wanted to do, a news show and commentary and all of that. And then I can do all of the other shows that I want to do that have nothing to do with the LCU, that I have passion towards. But now that I've done only a week, like a little over a week, 8 days now? Or is it 7? I don't know. This dress rehearsal week for the YouTube tech before I go and do this week, for the rest of this week, is dual streaming tech and making sure it works on all sides everywhere. I didn't expect to become what would be considered a detractor, because if Yo Mama's a detractor, let's be clear, then I must be a detractor. Of course, I always thought of him as a PR agent, right? In the LCU. He just talks about the people and brings all the people to other people's attention so that all the other people check out the other people that were being talked about and such. He's a PR agent. I didn't think of him as a detractor. He was somebody who did a really funny presentation of all the other hosts and shows that are inside the LCU. But if he's considered a detractor, am I now a detractor? Because I have so many fucking problems. And I've been talking about them for months. And I didn't realize that all of these problems I have combined together, I might be a detractor. Because look, you don't allow people to confront their accusers and test the credibility of the evidence or even present it to them that they're being accused with, if there's even any evidence. You're talking about people who decide, I don't want to spend my money in the LCU anymore. You know, YouTube channels, they decide they don't want to donate to specific YouTube channels anymore, or be in a $10 fucking Discord. And now they could expect somebody, either somebody they had a relationship with, a good relationship with in the LCU, as a stranger that's kind of an acquaintance, you know, like a internet friend, or somebody they've never even met, to just cold DM them. Because of course you were in their Discord, or they have your YouTube, you know, PFP, so they can message you. And they're gonna ask me why I decided to watch different YouTube channels and donate to them? What the fuck? And you don't think that that's harassment? Thrifty-O, Boogie DM'd me. It was fun. That's crazy to me. Did he DM you about why you're not in the Discord? Why you're not donating? Last night, fucking Keem went on a rant on the phone with Scooter, and the entire time, even after being corrected and acknowledging that he had been corrected because he'd been saying it wrong the whole time, he still said Five Fur Baby's name wrong the whole farkin' time. Wombat, still waiting on my DM from the higher-ups. Oh, wait, I forget I didn't donate enough, even though I worked for free for a year. Of course, Womby. There's no value to the free hours and hours that people who work for the merch store or for the art or who work for dockets and all of that, because they were never going to pay for it ever anyways. So there's no value to those hours that you invested. Sorry to say. There's no value to it, right? That shop is the way it is because of the endless nights putting it together. And you know what? Instead of putting new merch and marketing the new merch to make more money, they're chasing down people who decided that they don't want to donate to that channel anymore or be in that Discord anymore. Instead of listening to the problems and complaints that people say now, vocally, in and out of the LCU, They're going to come and find you and ask you if you don't donate anymore. But of course, they're going to start with the higher donators and go down, okay? Because we got to talk about what's important. We got to go with the most important people first. Okay. I just don't fucking understand this. I never meant to be a goddamn detractor. That's not who I was. I love the LCU. I thought I was going to do a show that I was passionate about, that I've been thinking about for a whole time, while being able to do all the other kinds of shows I wanted to do, and being able to actually support and help the LCU better, because it's actually a show that the audience and the fucking community and all the hosts goddamn well need. But instead, I might be a detractor. But you can't, Thrifty-O, it really comes down to hating one person for me. Fuck Keemstar. But here's the thing. Okay. You say it comes down to hating one person. But look, even if it's hating one person, there is an entire organization of people who continue to support those ideas, that organization. So it's not just hating one person, because if I'm deciding that I want to have like some criminal enterprise, okay? Like, say I want to have a moonshine company and I don't want to get my liquor licenses or whatever shit I need, and y'all decide to work for me, guess what, guys? You're going to get criminally charged too, because you're part of the enterprise. And it's the same thing with every single person in there who has not had these realizations that I'm just now having. And there's so many more problems there. Like, that's not even the beginning of it. So I know, Auntie Bunny, you're saying having criticism doesn't equal a detractor. But there is so much more that I have a problem with. And I have, like, a deep, passionate problem with most of these things. Spreading misinformation about people and having no fucking accountability for it. Forgetting that shows were supposed to be entertaining to people, not just a point of entry into a checkbook. Right? Because a show isn't supposed to be, how much can I edgelord, how much can I shock jock to get you to be mad enough to TTS me. That's not entertaining. That's not entertainment. I was going to talk about, like the thumbnails. The thumbnails were like fucking, somebody apparently fucking hates Wonder Woman and did thumbnails where they look horrible and everything when literally it takes like seconds with AI to make her look like a decent fucking human being. But literally her having skinnied out horse face is the least of the fucking problems with this place and the least of the fucking problems I have. And I'm just really upset. Keem went on air and hurt himself by using an AI bot to interpret a show I did a few days ago. And he went on air and he fucking lied about me. Okay? Completely lied about me. And it's like, I'm talking to him, right, in the DMs, and he's like, well, this was hard. And, come to find out, he has a realization. Number one, no, I never signed a contract because you have no infrastructure. Are they working on their infrastructure? No, the fuck they didn't. They got a customer service person to chase down people who don't want to donate to a YouTube channel. Come to find out, I didn't say that you have fucking dementia or that you take Adderall. I read comments and laughed at it. But come to find out, you lied about me as a community manager, asking to ban people all the time and being wrong on decisions when I never asked to ban one single fucking person ever the whole time I was in the LCU, let alone as a community manager. But it's okay that you lied about me. I'm not allowed to have hurt feelings about you fucking lying about me. That's just like, cat lady, whatever, damn. But you're allowed to have butt hurts because I never signed a contract and you didn't, I don't know, do your due diligence and make sure I did. And because you thought that when an AI bot told you that I fucking said things about you, that I said them and made them up. What the fuck, Keem? But somehow you think you also have a right when I'm in Scooter's chat to tell me, the person you made, use an alt so I could talk in Scooter's chat months ago, that the only reason I'm there is to get some fucking money from people? I mean, by the way, my tip thing is right there. You could tip me too. Here, just, I don't have to go fucking zhuzh up people in goddamn chats. And then, throughout the entire time that you're acting like a fucking retard ass, trying to convince people that having somebody come after people who left your universe Discord or who don't want to donate to your YouTube channel anymore deserve to be harassed. You're also in my DMs trying to give me advice on not fucking saying a thing about it? You're not my dad. I know who my dad is. I wasn't raised without one. I'm not a fucking fucking content creator who didn't do a good job on there and couldn't fucking make money with my butthole pictures, who's desperate for you to help me pay my fucking rent or a cashier at fucking Target at best. And you think that I'm supposed to read that and not be mad at you. Because it's beyond just mad at the LCU. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you as a person, but I don't matter. Because remember, it's okay if you can't remember anything or keep up with your responsibilities you chose to create because of how much money is in your bank account, because you're getting married, or whatever fucking reason you else come up. Okay? Let's see. I don't know if you know this, but most people who have businesses, you know, that they try to count as like something that they have to do with their day that they're busy with, aren't things like fucking Happy Punch. When's the last time a fucking fight happened or something happened where Happy Punch was ever brought up or part of it? No, I don't know. I don't know. What, has somebody like ordered a fucking shirt for the first time in years? Or, you know, let's see. What's that other business that you say you have? Oh, that's right. Drama Alert. The one where Gino puts out fucking Snapchat or fucking Twitter messages. Okay. So how's that really having shit for you to do? How many hours a day do you have to spend on Gino doing the work for Drama Alert? How many hours a day? Because it's weird. I can take care of a bunch of kids or do my life responsibilities. I can have a husband and attempt to make him happy while I also do streaming or what the fuck ever. A normal fucking person's life. And I can't be like, well, I just forgot everything. I can't remember anything. Right? There's not a million technological products out here on the planet when you're out there spending AI credit after AI credit after AI token making fucking shit videos, right? That could, I don't know, keep you organized? Give you reminders? Like, does that shit not exist? Oh no, for everybody else except for you, right? Oh... But there's all those other obligations. Like, I mean, guys, we all remember how, like, when we got married, I've done it twice. You forgot and did nothing else with your entire life, right? Every other thing that you had to do was literally put on hold, right? When you were getting married, I mean, you didn't go to work. You didn't bathe. You didn't shower. You didn't eat. Lord, you sure as shit didn't do anything, right? right? Because like when you're getting married, you literally stop everything. No, that's not what people do. You're not the first person to get married. You're not the 90 millionth person to get married. You're not the 4 billionth person to get married. People get married every fucking day. Lots of people get married every fucking day. You know what? A lot of them have the complications of getting like a government marriage contract license or a religious contract license that's also involved and requires even more steps. Guess what? They don't put every single thing in their life on hold. It actually doesn't happen. You're the first person I have ever heard of that's like, well, for 6 months I was getting married, so naturally I had no time. And that's why I would spend entire episodes on bus. What are the words of fucking Pit? Speaking of Yo Mama, am I in the upside down? You know what? That's actually pretty close to IP of Stranger Things. You know it? How about, am I in the fucking sideways? Am I in like one of those revolving doors that keeps going around and around and I just keep seeing delusionary multi-dimension universes where nothing is fucking normal? So, like, not only is this shit going on, not only are you spreading misinformation about people, lying about people, and that's all good and fine, trying to fucking manipulate Scooter to come back, and then you're mad at him when he's like, no, I don't take it unless you do these things, and you're like, that's not how negotiation works. Well, matter of fact, and it's really weird, for someone who thinks he's such a fucking businessman, that's exactly how negotiation works. One side says, hey, these are the things that I request. And the other side says, hey, I'm not willing to do this, this, and this, but I also request this, this, and this. And the other side says this, and back, and forth, and back. Until they decide it's either copacetic, they can work out a contract that's mutually beneficial with compromises, or they just say no. And then you go up and you treat these hosts. Like, I watched, I think it was Cash. I think that's what it was. Cash. Where Buff went up on Cash and he talked to, there was Wonder Woman and there was Glammy. You know what, guys? Tell me, one, if you want me to bring the stream up. I can bring the stream up if you want me to. Or, I mean, we don't really need to bring the stream up. It's obviously simple to know that Buff dog walked fucking Glammy, who was like, I don't care. I mean, I obviously don't care because I don't care so much. I don't care. And Buff was like, yeah, you can tell. Right. Oh, it was on Wild. You know, it's so hard to tell what show it was or who or whatever because every single fucking thing constantly gets changed because instead of using fucking natural and organic drama in your not a drama network, you have to fucking force it by changing fucking schedules around and hosts around to where nobody knows. Nobody knows who's going to be on a show. Nobody knows who's going to be on there. Right? I mean, like, you have natural drama. You know, a really good example of organic drama was like when Tina and Zay doxed Scooter. And instead of being like, hey, that's a dox, that's really fucking bad. We don't accept that, and we're not going to accept and create a precedence for accepting it because doxes sometimes are different. We're just going to say doxing is wrong. And sorry, guys, there's about 8 billion people on the planet. I can replace you. No. Or, you know, drag it out and do things because of that natural, organic drama. Like, have Scooter come up there and fucking be able to confront the people who doxed him. Oh, no, that's too fucking scary because he doesn't work in the LCU anymore, so he doesn't have to go by my rules. How can we dare do that? That's just frightening. Well, apparently, Wombat, racism isn't just racism. It depends on who says it, where they say it, what time of the day they say it. If they, huff their own farts that day. It also depends on if it was said with one eye more closed than the other eye. I mean, there's real nuance to using racist terminology. Real nuance. Because somehow, some way, some shape, some form, we've got people like Boogie who a year ago would have his ass punished from left to right for a slur. Go onto a stream on Hero that needs to be remonetized with watch hours and stuff, say 40 some odd slurs, and, who really cares? Because we really need that channel monetized. I mean, guys, we really need it remonetized. It's not like we knew that ban evasion was going to possibly put that channel and other channels at risk. It's really that, 3 minutes that CatLady let Iceman open an alcoholic beverage and take a drink before moving over to the passenger side seat while his fiance got dressed. That's going to put our entire fucking network in just the most dire fucking possible straits. Let's be real here. Right? It's a little bit of rant. a little bit of rant there. I don't know. Sometimes a button's pushed, and I didn't mean to be a detractor. I really didn't. But I come every day more and more to find out that I really might be. And, Keem, it's not because of the shekels. Although, by the way, I'm just going to say it again. I do have, a tip link, which I set up new TTS sounds for, or I could do the whole Keem thing and be like, could you please, test my TTS? But I really truly think that, as every day goes by, I become more and more, I'm a detractor, and I'm not a detractor because, I'm just personally disgusted by the person that Keemstar might be, or, just because one or two or three bad things, but just because systematically you've taken an idea that was incredible, unique, and original, and that I was fascinated by, and you've just kind of fucking ruined it by doing it the worst way you could possibly do it. And I'm pretty angry. I'm really fucking angry about it. Yeah, Wombi, I'm still pissed. Keem really doesn't realize what he's done, and I'm here for it. Thanks, Doug. He got back on Wild after Buff dog walked Glammy, and he literally lied to her and lied to Wonder Woman, and they're so fucking dumb that they're just like, oh yeah, no, that's totally what happened. I mean, she had so many counterpoints, and she was obviously in no way, shape, or form emotionally pressed to the point where she just kept saying the same thing over and over. She won that verbal joust. I can't believe anybody could ever possibly have won that verbal joust. And it's like, why would you do that to somebody? Why would you just fucking lie to them? Why wouldn't you be like, damn, Glammy, you sucked. You fucking sucked. Do you need help? Do you need to learn how to fucking come back? So you could have at least made that entertaining? What the fuck? Wonder Woman is beyond, like, she's not naive because she knows what's going on. You can't be in there that long and all of the fake and gay bullshit without being somewhat aware. Booster, here's the litmus test. Are you in the LCU and been to the new keep? It's fine. Are you outside of the test? You're the bad guy. I know. Hi, Ghost Gaming. But you know, I think, you know what I'm going to do? I think what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to pivot and do something positive. I showed I showed Tech's link and shared it with you if you like Tech, so that whenever 53 days fucking finally ends, he can do whatever he wants to do as a grown-ass adult man, because even though the fucking contract that you had people sign as a non-compete is about as useful as a handful of shit to wipe your ass. Yeah, that's about the most stupid fucking document you could have ever AI'd up together. And I think you know it. But you sure do pretend like it means something, don't you? Just kind of like how you have people labeled as 1099 employees, except that on more than 4 different points of what the classification of a 1099 employee is, you actually break those terms, and every single one of your employees is actually a W-2 employee, that you're not only correctly taking the time amount of their working hours, but you also have them misclassified and inappropriately withholding and not withholding. But I didn't say any of that, right? Because that's just shit we don't say, right? Here we go. How about instead, let me bring up a stream from Angie, where she does this really cute thing called Aunt Arlene, okay? Let us look. I really think it's adorable. I kind of super love it, and I really want, if you enjoy it, please sub to Angie and check out more of her wonderful work online. Check her out. She is a rad person. She worked very hard for Keem and now works very hard individually. And then you have, one second, let me find her sweet Arlene thing that I just seem to have lost. And let's see, it's going to be here very close, I promise. I just have this thing organized weird, and I'm in one of those moods, so it's hard to find anything when you're in one of those moods. Let's see. Where is... Fuck. God damn it. Where's your Aunt Arlene stuff, Angie? Why can't I find it? Why am I having a hard time finding it? Sorry, just give me a moment. God. Yes, I know. I could have pre-clicked those things, and I actually did. And somehow I, being fantastic with fucking tech, and it not being my co-host all the time, definitely didn't close the fucking set of... Thanks. It's easier to find on my phone. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. It'll guide me to where it is. I'm pretty sure y'all know that I did not plan to come up here and be angry. I just really didn't. I mean, I knew that I was angry last night. Y'all knew that I was angry last night if you were here, and I switched it up with doing the whole music and all of the fun stuff that we had planned and getting to it. Let's see. But it's even harder because this person who is pretending that this customer service role is in no way, shape, or form some of the most ridiculous bullshit ever is in this group, and I keep seeing her messages, and it's fucking gross. We now have 22 at Double Diamonds. We started with 12 just days ago. Let's go. All right. Uh, I mean, like, seriously, why does this exist? Why? Why is it all about money? I mean, like, he's a man who literally keeps telling us about how fucking rich he is. And, like, why does it matter how much, you can get from 2 hour streams where you're supposed to be bringing up amateur streamers with non amateur streamers? And, like, somehow it's just so fucking special that, like, you literally, like, here it is. I was in the wrong server. That you can get as many fucking dollars over on people as fucking possible. It's just so fucking evil and shitty. And then you sit there and you try to make it like it's us. Like yesterday, you literally tried to body me and make it like I was just horrible and like I shouldn't be doing or saying anything that I was doing or saying. Like, don't. It's so desperate. Desperate? You know what's desperate? Fucking having to ask your boss over and over for the entire time that you worked for him to help you do something. Okay? That is fucking embarrassing. And he never fucking did it. And like literally telling people about what we did in the LCU because of the people we were connected with. Like, that was fucking embarrassing, right? Like, how do you tell your mother-in-law that somebody who's like a complete piece of shit and has to like say fucking slurs to make people mad to get donations to pay his fucking mortgage is somebody you work with? Notification stream. There it is. Awesome. I'm so glad that I could finally find this so I could share it because it is absolutely adorable. Let me pause it. Maybe. Pause. Pause. Oh my God. Pause. I said pause. Why didn't you listen to me? Just pause. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Look, this is adorable. Aunt Arlene is adorable. And it's Angie. Here we go.
Fan now. This is what I had the other day. I told y'all I had a little fan. Yes. This come off of the TikTok shop. And it was so cute. So no, this one didn't come off the TikTok shop. No, I got this at the Family Dollar. That's exactly where I got this one from. And it plugs in one of them strange things like your cell phone and stuff. It sure does. And I sleep with this one by my bed. And it sure is nice. So, and it's portable and everything. It's very nice for what you pay for it. I got them other ones off the TikTok shop. One for our baby, Angie's boy, not a baby anymore. But I got one for us and one for him. It gets hot back there in that bedroom. Anyhow.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. That's my pimple popping stuff. I'm sorry. I'm obsessed with watching that. That's like my ASMR.
Good morning.
Okay,
You
yeah.
going to
Nobody
sleep
wanted
all-
to hear that. Thank you, YouTube. I tried to use Brave. I'm giving it up. Fuck it. I need the premium. She's so fucking cute. Angie is just adorable. If you don't have like a actually, if you haven't subbed to her, like, I guess all I'm doing tonight is just sub farming for other people. That's what I'm doing. I am angrily, like, whatever. And I am sub farming for other people. Because I guess one of the only positive things I can do when I'm in a bad mood is literally be kind and network and get y'all to support people and watch people directly who are really fucking entertaining because they actually try to put on a show, right? Like, they don't try to make you mad or make you shocked to the point where you'll donate to talk and for somebody to hear your comment, which is basically what is being done. Like, I'm going to pull up an old Lol Cow Queens YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna pull up a recent stream. Okay. Let's just pause that. Yep. Cow. And then let's go way down, way down, way down, way down. Let's go down the stream list and down, down, down. Let's find an older stream list. Oh, down, down. Let's find something, say, 8 months ago. And see what you think. What's entertainment? What's changed? What's different? Let's see what's changed and what's different. Okay, here we go.
It is that time of day.
It is that time of day. Let's go ahead and get you a good share. Here we go. Here we go. And we know this is the e-bagginess show, right? We can all agree. Queens has always been a show about e-bagging, and that's okay. We can admit it, right? Right? But at least at some point in time, here we go. Let's watch. I'm just picking somewhere in the middle.
Full screen.
Uniquely is a really nice guy that needs to be in my DMs. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna take your crown.
Watch this.
Oh, I can't wait for people to drink that water.
Bobbing
See,
for an
it's
apple.
hard. It's hard, Johnny.
It was bad.
Hey Tina, hold his head in the water when he goes in.
Okay, you ready? Yep.
I'm trying.
You can't live here for free. Come on, Bob.
I got it. I had it in my mouth. Damn it.
That's what she said too.
So what should the goal be to drink this?
Right now.
What should the goal be to drink this water?
Red donut.
Oh God. No, we gotta get 50 members at least. I'm not drinking that water again. I got a stomach ache. I had spit in it.
I'll do 50 members.
Yeah.
50 members. Oh, nice. Nice.
What did it say?
It's just Gidgy sucks ass.
Okay, so every 50 members, all of you have to drink a glass of the water.
Oh, okay. Fucking asshole.
Just FYI, since you're part of the stream, every 50 members, we're drinking each a glass of this water. Yes.
I feel so bad.
Yes.
I'm so sadistic.
Yes. All right, how about this? I won't fuck up tonight for all.
Come on, Mike. Why don't you drink some of this water? Get your fat ass up and drink some.
Well, unfortunately, I'm sitting here at home.
I know. Enjoying life. I got it.
And that you have no idea.
Tina, I can't come torture myself and bob for apples because I'm kicked back waiting to get Burger King with the kids and watching TV and playing video games. Unfortunately, I got a lot of priorities going on.
That's just a little bit, right? That's just a little bit. They got Johnny bombing for apples. There's a funny message because he, eat ass. They're all going to have to be punished and drink the nasty waters from the bobbing. They're all participating. It's all just being silly. Everybody's in on the gag. It's not about humiliating or demoralizing anybody. Here we go. Let's just pick somewhere randomly in the middle.
This fucking universe would do. They'd be like, oh, my friend isn't going to do it. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm fucking poor. I can't do it. No, I'm going to fucking just take the fucking bullet, right? I'm going to go get it done, have to pay one of my fucking bills that I have late and just get it over with. Because I care more about my fucking audience.
$500. Yeah, he did it. Every time he had a tattoo, he got 3 tattoos. He paid every goddamn one of them right then and there, not 2 weeks from then.
Well, shit happens, right?
I know. I understand. I'm not saying that shit don't happen. I guess shit doesn't happen to Tina. I never can have a bad fucking day. I never can go through anything.
You have a lot of bad days.
How dare you? How dare you, Tina?
I know I don't. I show up even when I'm sick, motherfucker.
How dare you be human? That's not
I know. I
allowed
can't
here.
be human. God damn it.
But I'm only human. Some good shit. My goodness.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't. Well, since no, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't really give a fuck at the end of the day. So apparently, I guess because Thursday we did the goal for Friday for her not to work for 100 members. What's today is 100 members. I don't have to work tomorrow. That'd be fucking great, but she won't never get it.
Tina's like, please.
Honestly,
please,
it would be fucking great to not have you on a show for a fucking day.
Yeah, I love it.
If it was just
and guess what?
Foxy and
Guess what? I wouldn't make the entire day's content about you, Tina. I wouldn't just talk about how much I fucking hate you, how much you don't fucking deserve to be here. Only talking about your fucking name. Okay, how many times you fucking drink?
All right.
Let's talk about how the best you ever fucking.
Woo! What do you think, guys? 1 or 2? Let me know. There's not a whole hell of a lot of us here. 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Which one was entertaining? 1 or 2? 1? Come on! Just push the button on your cell phone. Come on. 1 or 2? Veronica says neither. Neither of those was entertaining. I picked a show that y'all knew that I was biased against. You know? 1 if you had to pick. Let's pick a different show. Let's go. I'm trying to. It's hard because it has to be a show that's like, you know, been around for a long time, and because everything gets moved around so much, it's hard to be like, let's compare this to this. Let's go. I feel like Gridgy was Queens because she was just so funny and everything. Like that, she had like a whole voice of radio. Even when she got into fights, it was funny. Yeah, I know. It was human. It was very different. There was such a people were part of it. There was no attempts Glass and March versus now. There was no attempt to like dehumanize and hate people and get somebody to just absolutely hate someone. Let's see. Lol Cow Glass YouTube. Okay, we'll go to lives. And we will just pick here. Okay, stop that by and Bowie. Here we go. It's a birthday episode, so here we go. Let's go way back when 8 months ago, when we were doing stuff that weren't so low. Okay, well, 5 months is as far back as I could go because, you know, it's only a 5-month-old show. So we're going to do the old show first, just like we did. Okay. I'm just going to pick somewhere right around the middle. 1 second. Let me get this going. Here we
We're
go.
coming out. So my husband will come out for me sometime. And one time,
this isn't a
it's
drama
been a
network.
long time since this, maybe a year I've had this. One time he had to like literally cut a clump of hair out because he could not get it combed out, and he just went and like left it on my desk in a plastic bag to be like, remember how much work I put into this, and you having to lose hair and brush your
But do
fucking
you
hair.
see how it's in a plastic bag? At least I will give you that.
Keeping it at all is weird, but you're right, at least it's in a bag.
And yours has a story of motivation. I can't remember. Let's see if there's an explanation here, because she shuts down a little bit.
Saying to me right now. What? 1 second.
Cookie87258 super chatted $20. Amber, you
turned her
already have a
camera off
history.
again.
Do you really think working with someone that supports abuse and clearly has no regrets when she says things like
let's-
apparently people don't like it is a good idea?
See if she comes back. Well, she obviously
For you to work-
does, but you're gonna fucking. Wow, takes her a fat minute. Is there an explanation?
She's probably
at
fixing
all?
her greasy hair, but listen, people always come at me for greasy hair and this and that of it all because they're making fun of me because I'm fat because I genuinely don't think I shower. But then Fupa can have greasy hair and no one says a thing. Make it make sense.
Dude, this is the most W's I have ever seen you get, Amberlynn. That's insane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Vote for Amberlynn. We could vote. Vote for Avalanche at a 20.
Yeah, we'll run it back now that we actually know Fupa's actual history. No, the hack goes back on. All right, no, go ahead and cut your hair. You need to do something. I don't even think we should be asking for a dono goal in this. But here's what I will say. Maybe for every...
So no explanation. But I don't know. I do find it interesting that it's like Amber's like, okay, things that people pick on me for, I'm now going to turn it around on other people. But then when she comes up on Rewind last night, she's upset at me saying that I'm a hypocrite because of something that happened to me. I'm turning it around on her. Yet that's literally something she does all the time.
Exactly.
All right. That's some gossip. Some tea episode, right? Okay, we're gonna go pick somewhere in the middle. Here we go.
Because the punishment is not even pertaining to that, right?
Sub
It's
3
literally
R,
just
FH0
expressly
CK tip
because he ended
$1.
the stream. So you pretty much got away with murder once. You got away with murder again with what he did yesterday. And then you're still bitching and complaining. Like,
It's insane. Oh, I'm gonna quit to get out of the punishment and just get away from it all, and then he's back already, and he's really just like, I'm not doing anything. Like, what?
That's what I'm saying. Man, and then yeah, he was kicked out of the server temporarily, but he's already back. He was hopping up on shows yesterday. So
I'm gonna be honest, Auntie Betty, I don't think this is a very good example of what I'm talking about. Mostly because, honestly, Jersey has really grown so much as a creator since she hasn't had say. Whether it was because, you know, any of that bullshit, like I'm not even talking about their story shit, you know, but because she hasn't had such a strong co-host to rely on. And the exact same thing for Snowgoth. Neither of them they've been like second or third seeders on shows. And this is like both of them, the first time they've had the opportunity where nobody was the strong one. And they just had to both get it together. And I'm going to tell you, like, they really are doing well together. They work hard. They put shows together. And, I mean, I don't know about Mel and all of that, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, this is a really bad example of this because they're also, like, an island unto their own, right? Like, if Keem doesn't have to deal with fucking Glass, he's not going to deal with them because, you know, they used to make a lot of money and now they're just like, you know, lucky to exist or whatever. But like honestly, you have to admit, like Jersey and Snowgoth having this opportunity to not have a strong person to lean on. Yeah, I mean, Zay was so strong that she could have brought, like, her dog could have just been her co-host, you know? She could talk for 2 hours. She could solo just fine. And it's the same thing. Well, I mean, it's not as much with Kalo, but, like, Kalo would be able to just keep going and just do. And you saw him try to do it. I mean, he soloed for a while. And like on Fluff, you know, the reason Fluff didn't work originally is because it had 3 weak people. It didn't have a strong person, and none of them really were able to lean into each other, right? This is one of the really good examples of 2 hosts that aren't strong, aren't experienced. You know, no, I'm not saying that Jersey tried because she wanted to. I don't even know that she knew that she needed to, right? I mean, we have to admit, I don't even know that she knew that she needed to. Sometimes lessons come to us in our own time. But, like, this is one of those moments where 2 really weak hosts really grew a lot stronger. I'm just saying. Yeah, Batgirl and Snowgoth were fun together, but it was just like watching 2 people hang out in the Discord in a VC, right? It wasn't a show. Here, they really do put together a show plan, and you can see when they put together a show and they go over creators, like several creators, and tell the stories. And I don't know, man. Like, I really think that they're one of the W's that have come out of this new LCU only because they get left alone. Nobody's fucking with them. You know what I mean? So they have that chance to grow. I'm really glad you picked that because I was literally about to cry. I was just starting to feel really upset about how precious the LCU was to me and how inspiring it was and how I would never have become a streamer without it. I would have never even thought of being a streamer. I never in my life thought about it. And there's no part of me that ever even thought about being a YouTube streamer until the LCU. I'm not gonna cry on screen, guys. I'm just not gonna do it. Let's think of another show that's been a long time show. I can't believe Tommy went back this way. Did we watch Reapers with Tommy on it? No, I'm not crying. I'm not gonna cry. Maybe I am. You know what, guys? I think tonight I'm gonna call it a close. I didn't realize until I was starting to tell these stories that and they're only the tip of the iceberg. There's so little of all of the things that's wrong with what was such a beautiful idea. I guess tonight's really emotional. I guess tonight's really emotional. I don't know that anybody's live. You know, it's kind of part of doing all these 11 o'clock shows so I can work on tech and stuff. And it's not like a huge group of people and whatnot. It also means that usually none of us outworlders are around to send to, but I'm sure y'all can find something. I appreciate your time. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm sorry that you just watched me go through like every emotion on the face of the planet. It's gonna be different tomorrow night. You know, you can only have so many epiphanies in 48 hours. I can only break my heart over realizing that something that I loved so much and was so passionate about has been tainted so strongly. It's not even that. It's like when you have a boiled egg and you crack it and then you put it in the dye for Easter and like, you know, just a little bit of the dye just like runs through the cracks. I don't know what word for that feeling is, but I know that's how it feels. And thank you guys. 11 o'clock all week this week. Next week, tomorrow starts me kicking off dual streaming for the show. So it'll still be laid back shows for this week. What I call kickback dress rehearsals. Because I'm going to be I'm adding the layer of tech where I'm dual streaming on Kick as well as YouTube. Although we might test Twitch too, only because someone suggested it to me and I never thought about Twitch either, just like I had never thought about Kick. But I know that we have, not just me, but I have, like, several people that I plan on doing, shows with, like, Gigi and Roxy and so many other people to just do absolutely fun shenanigans that have nothing to do with the LCU. But at the same time, we want to make sure that the bot doesn't misinterpret something, and so YouTube is not very forgiving as far as the bot versus other platforms. So, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your time. And for a lot of you, your support, because you've always been there. And that's why I know every single one of your names. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and let's look forward to the rest of Tuesday.